My question to you now is, how can you now construct what was allegedly written by some people, unknown people, anonymous people in the first and the early second century, and how can you even think about an original? How can we construct what they wrote? Can we ever with certainty construct what was originally actually written by them?
There's absolutely no question that we can do so. I just quoted you Bruce Metzger. I've quoted you Kurt Aland. It just doesn't seem that Adnan understands the practice of textual criticism and the transmission of ancient documents. I don't know how much more clearly I can attempt to express the fact that if you take the most differing manuscripts we have, even of the Gospel of John, you do not have a different message in the one than the other. If you apply the same rules of interpretation, you're going to get the same message. And when you say, well, we don't have any of these early yes, we do. We have entire gospel manuscripts closer to the time of their writing than any other work of antiquity. And so the standards being used here is, again, a standard that is beyond scholarship. It is not anything that anyone accepts as being scholarly. To say that you have to have a signed manuscript, and even that's not enough. What do we need? A DNA sample? Somebody wrote Mark, didn't they?
Well, somebody wrote Mark, but who is Mark and where did he write it? First of all, you have to tell me who Mark is. Where is he? Where did he write? What language did he use?
Greek.
Greek. Okay, that's an assumption again. You see, I will read again for James to pay attention from this Greek New Testament. They have given 4 categories. A, B, C, D. A, the most certain category. B, less than that. C, less than that. And D is uncertain. Now, how can you have A, B, C for the Word of God? How can you have that? How can you have higher level of certainty for the Word of God, and then a B category for the Word of God of certainty, and then the C, and then the D, which is obnoxious? Okay? Now, the point is, how can we possibly construct what was actually written by, if Mark ever existed, by a man called Mark?
The fact of the matter is, what you have at the bottom of those pages is a rich treasure trove of information that Christians are very open about in discussing, and some textual variants are harder to work through than others. That's all that rating system is about. You still have all the witnesses right there at the bottom of the page. Nothing is being hidden from you. You have the opportunity, I have the opportunity of examining those things. We're open about it because of the free transmission of our text. Would anyone in the audience please hold up the critical edition of the Quran that has the same information? There is no such thing. So you're stuck with what your editors told you, and they don't tell you what sources they used. That's what we're going to find out in the second debate. That's the difference, folks. I want to have the information right there in front of me. I want to know what the sources are so I can check those editors. And I frequently do. And when I preach, you can listen to my preaching, I bring those issues up.
First of all, are you finished? Sorry. Okay, first of all, such an edition of the Quran wouldn't help your case, because that wouldn't help you prove that the Bible was not reliably or was reliably transmitted from the alleged authors, even if such an edition existed from the Quran or of the Quran. Okay. Secondly, we don't need an edition of the Quran because the Quranic transmission was fully, completely, 100% controlled. That's why we have more confidence in it. That's why we know exactly what came from the Prophet and who transmitted it and who these people were. Who was Uthman, Zayd bin Thabit, Abdullah bin Zubair, Ubay bin Ka'b, Ali bin Abi Talib, Abu Bakr, Umar, and the list goes on. Okay? We know exactly who these people are. Do you know who John is, the one who wrote the gospel? No, you don't.
قل يا أهل الكتاب لا تغلوا في دينكم غير الحق ولا تتبعوا أهواء قوم قد ضلوا من قبل وأضلوا كثيرا وضلوا عن سواء السبيل